if there was a serious and sustained campaign to convince the world that squares are circles and circles are squares, I'd be standing up here right now giving a speech titled, "Squares Aren't Circles." The shocking claim that I'm here to make is that men are not women and women are not men. And sure. It's the easiest applause line of my public speaking career. Now, why am I talking about this? Well, much of the why will become obvious, hopefully, as we proceed, but I'd like to offer a thought on that subject at the start. I talk about this topic here and on so many other college campuses and on my show all the time and on Dr. Phil and everywhere else, because it's quite possibly the most important and most dire issue we face as a civilization. That's what I believe. It shouldn't be, though, right? We shouldn't need to spend any time discussing the fact that men have penises and women have vaginas. We shouldn't need to talk about that on a college campus of all places. You ought to learn that scientific fact as a child, and that ought to be the end of the debate. But powerful forces in our society, the most powerful, have expended enormous amounts of time, money, and resources to obscure this fundamental scientific fact. And the fact is so fundamental that militating against it means militating against truth itself, against reality itself. So why do I talk about gender ideology? Because the truth matters. And gender ideology is the most severe and extreme attack on truth in our lifetimes, and possibly in the history of mankind. You know, I've said before that I have no great passion for the subject of geometry either. But if there was a serious and sustained campaign to convince the world that squares are circles and circles are squares, I'd be standing up here right now giving a speech titled, "Squares Aren't Circles." Because I'm not willing to forfeit basic elements of reality. When they come under assault, I think we fight back and we fight back hard. Also, I talk about this issue, and we should all talk about it, because it makes the other side very angry. Now, it's not that I enjoy making them angry. Well, I do enjoy it a lot, but that's not the point. That's just a perk. The point is that there is great value in saying things that you're most forbidden from saying. Whatever truth is considered most offensive, that's exactly the truth that we should be shouting most often and loudest. We should do this because the tyrants who want to suppress truth ought to be defied simply on principle. And we should do it because there's a reason why they don't want to talk about this. There's a reason why they want to keep the agenda hidden. I walked into my 5-year-old son's room the other day, and he looked at me startled, and he said, "Hi, Daddy, don't look under the bed." So, of course, I immediately looked under the bed, not sure what I would find, but praying that whatever it is, it would still be alive, or whoever it is. And instead, I found a large bag of Tostitos chips, which I'd been looking for 2 days, that he had been slowly snacking on. My son gave away the game by telling me not to look under the bed. The left, in a similar way, gives away the game by telling us not to talk about this. Don't look under the bed, but we should look.